Hello, dear students. Good morning. I'm going to start with the lesson today, and the name of the lesson is Nisha Walks Again. The name of the lesson is Nisha Walks Again, and the page number is 1. Open the page number 1 and the chapter Nisha Walks Again. So, before I begin, I want you to follow some of the instructions that I am going to give you. When we read a new chapter, we come across many new words, isn't it? Or we come across different new words which are difficult for us to understand, right? So, whenever you come across a new word or difficult words, always underline it. Okay? By underlining it, it becomes easier to you to remember. When next time you are going through it, so please remember to underline the new words or the difficult words. Okay, let's begin with the lesson. See, the chapter name is Nisha Walks Again. Nisha, Nisha. WALKS walks, AGAIN again. Here we can see three pictures. These three pictures, see, here one boy is on the wheelchair, he is disabled, and here one man is playing hockey and one leg was injured. Here a girl playing shuttle. She stood on the wheelchair and she's playing shuttle. And here the author is asking the question, have you ever thought something was impossible until you tried it? So many of us will think without trying, we will think that is impossible to do, this is impossible to do, right? We have to try and then we have to come to a conclusion that it is impossible and it was impossible to do. Without trying, we should never come to a conclusion. Okay, right. Let's begin with the chapter. Once there was a little girl named Nisha. The little girl name is Nisha. She was 10 years old. Nisha was 10 years old. She loved playing with her friends and making others laugh. Nisha used to love playing with her friends and she makes laugh. She makes others laugh. One day, Nisha was walking to her school up a hill. Nisha was walking to her school, which is on the top of a hill. She was busy talking with her friends when she slipped and lost her balance. Nisha was going to her school, which is on the top of a hill, and she is busy in talking with her friends. At that time, she slipped and lost her balance. She started rolling down the hill. Here we can see in this picture. Here we can see Nisha's friends and she started rolling down the hill. Her friends were very frightened and started shouting for help. When Nisha started rolling down the hill, her friends were frightened and they started shouting for help. A man who was passing by heard their shouts and came running. One man is passing by them. He heard the shouts, Nisha's friend shouts, and he came running. Nisha was in a lot of pain and could not get up or walk. Nisha could not get up or she can't even walk because she was in a lot of pain. So the man lifted Nisha and carried her on his back. The man carried Nisha on her back, lifted her and carried Nisha on her back, and he took Nisha to the government hospital in the village. He took Nisha to the government hospital in the village. Okay. Nisha's parents rushed to the hospital when they heard about the accident. When Nisha's parents come to know about the accident, they rushed to the hospital. The doctor told them that Nisha had broken both her legs. So, Nisha both legs were broken. The doctor told the parents that Nisha had broken both her legs. The doctor had cleaned her wounds and put her legs in plaster. When she got injured, the doctor cleaned her wounds and put her legs in plaster. Here in this picture we can see clearly that doctor cleaned her wounds and put her legs with plaster. Nisha's parents took her back home in a wheelchair. See, this is the wheelchair. Nisha took her back in a wheelchair. Nisha's parents took her back home in a wheelchair. Here we can see wheelchair. A chair with wheels used by people who can't walk. Wheelchair is a chair with wheels used by people who can't walk. Nisha's parents took her back home in a wheelchair because she can't walk. So their parents took her in a wheelchair. The doctor hoped that Nisha would be able to walk again in 2 months' time. The doctor is saying to Nisha's parents that she can be able to walk within 2 months. But Nisha did not believe him. Nisha has no hopes on the doctor. She did not believe the doctor. Nisha was very sad. She could not go to school and could not play with her friends. Nisha was feeling so sad because previously she used to go to school and she play with her friends, but now she is in the wheelchair and she could not go to school and could not play with her friends. That's why she is very sad. She is feeling so sad. She missed all the fun and she had with them. She missed all the fun she had with them. She missed all the fun that happens past in the school. That she used to play with her friends and she used to walk with her friends and she used to spend more time with her friends. So Nisha is missing all the fun. She even missed her classes and her studies. So she can't go to school for 2 months until she walks. So she even missing her classes and her studies. But most of all, she missed walking and running around. She used to walk and she used to run around. She is missing that even. She was scared she would never walk again. Nisha was scared. She was thinking that she can never walk again. Okay. 2 months passed. The days were passed. And the plasters were removed. Doctor removed the plasters. But Nisha refused to get up. But Nisha regret to get up. Her parents became worried that she would never try to walk again. After removing the plasters, Nisha refused to get up. So Her parents became worried. They were worried because she would never try to walk again. They have thought that Nisha would never try to walk again. Grandfather was very upset when he heard about Nisha's fears. Nisha is feeling so fear. Nisha is so feared to get up. So her grandfather was very upset when he heard about that. Here, upset means sad and unhappy. Sad and unhappy means he is not happy when he heard the news that Nisha refused to get up. He decided to do something. Her grandfather decided to do something. The next day, grandfather took Nisha out for a stroll in her wheelchair. Here, stroll means a short, slow walk. Stroll means a short, slow walk. So, the next day, grandfather took Nisha out for a stroll in her wheelchair. See, here Nisha is asking her grandfather, "Where are we going, grandfather?" asked Nisha. The grandfather was replying, "We are going to the river, Nisha." "Have you ever been to village Kashwa across the river?" he asked. "No, grandfather, there is no bridge across the river." Nisha is replying, "No, grandfather, there is no bridge across the river. And the current in the river is so strong that we children could never swim across." She is saying the current in the river is so strong that we children could never swim across. Here, current means flow of water. The flow of water in the river is so strong that we children could never swim across. It is impossible for any child to go to village Kashwa. Then the grandfather is saying, "Let's see," said grandfather and became quiet. Soon they reached the river. Nisha was surprised to see a lot of people working there, busy building a bridge across the river. There is a lot of people across the river busy building a bridge. Nisha was surprised by seeing them. Nisha's grandfather is asking, "Nisha, do you see that? The bridge will be completed by the end of this week. Do you still think it is impossible for children to go to village Kashwa?" asked grandfather. The grandfather is saying, "By the end of this week, the bridge will be completed," and asking the Nisha that she is still thinking that it is impossible for children to go to village Kashwa. Nisha is replying, "No, grandfather, that bridge will make it possible for everyone to go there." "Everyone except me," said Nisha sadly. She is saying it is possible for everyone to go across the river except me, because she is thinking that she can't walk. She can't walk in the future. So she is sadly saying, "Except me, that bridge will make it possible for everyone to go there." "But you thought the bridge was impossible," reminded grandfather. The grandfather is reminding Nisha's words before. Before she told that it is impossible to go to the village. But now he is remembering the word. "But you thought The bridge was impossible, reminded grandfather. Don't you think if you try, you could walk again? And he's asking, don't you think if you try, you could walk again? Like this, before Nisha thought she can't walk, but if she think that she can walk, she could walk again. Nisha thought about this. So now, when listening to her grandfather's words, Nisha thought about this. She's thinking about his words. Grandfather is right. What a fool I have been. I will try to walk again. She's thinking, Grandfather is right. What a fool I have been. I will try to walk again. She's thinking to try to walk again. Before that, she rejected. She refused to get up and she refused to walk. But now she's thinking to try to walk again. As soon as they reached home, Nisha told her family all about the bridge and her decision to try and walk again. So, her grandfather and Nisha, both of them, reached home. And Nisha told her family, she's discussing with the family about the bridge, and she was discussing about her decision to try and walk again. Nisha's mother was happy to see her daughter smile for the first time in many days. In these past 2 months, Nisha was so sad because she can't walk and she can't even, she refused to get up. So she felt so sad that she can't play with her friends, she can't walk, and she can't go to school. But after these days, after so many days, now Nisha took one decision and she is laughing. So Nisha's mother was happy to see her daughter smile for the first time in many days. So Nisha's mother felt so happy to see her smile and her decision. Nisha held on to her mother and tried to stand up. Nisha hold her mother and she tried to stand up. Little by little, means slowly, she raised herself and stood up. Slowly, Nisha raised herself and she stood up. Then, leaning on her mother, she tried her first step. So she held her mother and she tried her first step. Wonder of wonders! She had done it. She was able to walk again. So it's so wonder. Now Nisha was able to walk again. It's a wonder of wonders. She done it. Nisha's mother started crying with joy. So Nisha's mother felt so happy and she started crying with joy. Even Misha, her cat. Nisha's cat name is Misha. Misha, Misha, Misha. Even Misha started jumping around in joy. Tea and biscuits for everyone, mother said. Nisha's mother is offering tea and biscuits for everyone. Everyone was celebrating. Yes, everyone was celebrating because Nisha is so confident and she started walking again. She stood up and she started walking. So all of them are so happy by seeing Nisha. They have a smile on their faces and they started celebrating. And grandfather looked really happy, though he had tears in his eyes. Though Nisha's grandfather had tears in his eyes, he started feeling so happy because Nisha was able to walk again. In a couple of weeks, Nisha had recovered completely. See here, recovered means became better after illness or injury. Recovered means become better after illness or injury. In a couple of weeks, Nisha had recovered completely. She could walk and run around as before. So, she recovered completely and now she is able to walk and run across. She is now perfect to walk and run as before with her. She can now able to walk. She can now able to play with her friends. And best of all, she could not play with all her friends again. Yes, she's so sad when she is on the wheelchair because she can't play with her friends. But now she could now play with her friends again. So we should never think nothing is impossible. If we think everything is impossible, we can achieve everything. Nothing is impossible in this world. If we think it is impossible and if we try, everything is impossible. So, do you all okay with the lesson? This is all about the lesson. Nisha walks again. See, here this boy is on the wheelchair, but still he doesn't stop playing with his friends. He is playing basketball with his friend. And see here, this man has no leg, he lost his leg, but still he doesn't lose his hopes. He is playing hockey. And see this girl, she is playing badminton, though she is on the wheelchair. So we should never lose her hopes. We should never think something was impossible without trying. We have to try it. We have to think everything is impossible and we have to achieve. Okay? Thank you.